I think it's interesting up here where he starts to characterize the brutish people. It's interesting that he's taking kind of the knowledge that he already had on the people that he probably would have got from books in Europe.
Right.
I wonder how much they knew about the way they lived at that point.
Right. This is an interesting look at it, is that while the best known primary sources of the first Thanksgiving came from Mort's Relation, authored by Edward Winslow and William Bradford, Cushman's sermon is described in later tradition as the first communal religious observance tied to the fledgling community's survival and the spiritual rallying and moment of unity, not unlike the communal gratitude that Thanksgiving later symbolized. But some historians in tradition hence refer to Cushman's sermon as the first Thanksgiving sermon, not because it was a harvest meal celebration, but because the sermon embodied the values. Yeah, it tried to tell me that he didn't preach the sermon. And
what is that saying?
That ChatGPT tried to tell me, like, oh, yeah, no, he wasn't there for Thanksgiving. And then, you're right. That's what I'm saying, is like they are hiding this history crazy.
This is why it's important to know history when you're working with ChatGPT.
You have your history wrong. Look at this right here. And then, like, you have your history wrong. Good catch. You're right. He did preach in his sermon, and you are correct. So the date, December 9th, right? This is the first Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
That's what we have to look at. Is that a moment where finally everything planetary has gone, we've set the course, we've set the meal, and eat and move into this new thing? There's a lot of planets retrograde, like Jupiter, Pluto, Saturn, Uranus, Venus in Capricorn, Mercury in Capricorn, Mars in Aquarius, South Node in Taurus, North Node Scorpio. But that's Uranus like fully in. That's Saturn halfway done with its transit in Cancer. That's Jupiter in Gemini, and it's retrograded. And it's also the Sun-Jupiter opposition beginning, which it's very kind of Jupiter-ish, right? But that's what's kind of there's like a secret, and the hidden secret, it's so funny, even talks about the belly and all that, and like everybody fills themselves up and does the opposite of what was preached there. That it's like a cult ritual that the dark does to make people think it's about that when it wasn't.